opening statement is, man, I'm so proud of my team. To come off an emotional game against Tennessee in overtime, not leaving with y'all in the media room till 9:30, 9:45, barely able to go the following day. And then, is that me? Sorry, there's a phone. And it might be my phone over there. And then obviously to, get on a flight and come over here was huge. And then to be able to, there's no doubt about it. We didn't play good on the road that 1 week. So how are we going to come out? And boy, I couldn't be more proud of my team and their focus.
Robbie, go ahead.
Sam, a couple weeks ago, I'd asked you a question about your Kayla, and she was struggling from the field in those 2 losses that y'all had. The last 2 games, she's just been on fire. She had 24 the other night, 20 tonight, and was just hot all over the court. I mean, how happy were you to see her get out of that mini slump? And I know you were confident she was going to be able to do it.
Yeah, because she showed me earlier this year how special she is. I referenced to you all, I think she's a female Dwayne Wade, who's a Hall of Famer. She does stuff that you just can't coach. There's no play I need, just play. And I think it speaks volumes because, obviously we're in higher education and college, that, these are life lessons. All right, how do you respond and how you grow up? She had a bad week and she doesn't score, and that's her character. She got in the gym, she rolled up her sleeves, and she worked. And now to have back-to-back games is a statement of who she is and where she can go.
Stefan, go ahead.
Sam, I know you talked a bit about them after the Tennessee game, but, in terms of scoring, it wasn't the biggest night for Jessica, but, how much does it help to have, now Romani and Danae coming off the bench and just have that depth at that position, and how much do you feel like that's benefiting you guys defensively?
I told y'all, let me get healthy. Especially in a game like this, because we're tired. That first quarter, I looked at the stats in the first 5 to 6 minutes, and I said, oh, God, we got to sub quick. And when you look at the box score, that's what I love about my team. Like Annie Hayes, it's 20 minutes, and she's getting after it. And she played 40 against Tennessee, but because I got Danae and Romani, I could sub a lot of people, and I told the team, this is not a game I'm going to go with you for long periods. We're going to wear them out, and if we can play people 2.5 to 3 minutes, then we're going to win this game, and they bought in because they want to win.
John, go ahead.
Sam, I think Florida shot was 6 of 30 from the field in the first half. They shot like 20%. I mean, how much of an emphasis was that defensive attack in the game plan, and how dominant was that performance tonight in your eyes?
It was huge. I talked about it during that off week. The reason I think we had failures because I need to shut up. I'm over coaching. And we went back to the basics. We got to get after defensively. I told them, let's bring back that Bulldog mojo that had us top 10 in the country in points per game. And man, let's try to create some easy buckets off our defense. And I thought we did that tonight with 11 fast break points.
Robbie, go ahead.
You had that short rest, and you had, 2 overtime games. You talked briefly about that and just the time, late at night and all that stuff. But you had the short rest, you're traveling. But to come out and have the energy that you had, and I think y'all had some struggles in the first quarter from a turnovers perspective, and y'all kind of corralled that. But to have the energy that you had and to come out and have this kind of performance on the road, did you see that coming this week leading up to this game?
I did, because I talked about it at Tennessee. That time they got in the huddle and they circled and talked to each other and they didn't even let me in. That's my cloth. That's what I left at Louisville with 2 Final Four teams where it's player-led. We've done our job as a coaching staff. Now let's let the players go to work, because they came here this summer. They put the work in the fall. They're grinding. They know what to do, and they don't want to be denied. February is a simple month. It's either pretenders or contenders. All right? And my kids want to contend, and that's why we have a slogan for Why Not Us.
Stefan, go ahead.
You've talked a lot about, Courtney Weber in the past, and even on nights where she maybe hasn't had the best numbers. And today, she gets, 6 rebounds and a couple assists to go with the 3 points, I guess. What's it like having a veteran player like that who can kind of step in and any role you kind of give her on any given night?
Huge. I told you when I took this job, it's funny because how fate works out. Remember, I recruited her at Louisville and she turned me down. And then I get the head coaching job and I say, you going to turn me down again? And she says, no. And it's just a cool little relationship, obviously, because she'll do anything. She'll run through a wall for me. And most importantly, I'll run through a wall for her. And she'll play any position on the floor and she doesn't complain. So you can't put a price tag on that, what she brings to our team. And then obviously it's always a bonus when she makes shots and makes plays, and she did tonight.
Robbie, go ahead.
Do y'all talk much about postseason? Do y'all focus on one game at a time, or are you kind of a goal-oriented guy where, I mean, you put that up there like this is what we have to do? I mean, what are those conversations like with your team?
Yeah, we talked about today. You know, I think we were, 7th place in the SEC, and Florida was 10th, 8th. We knew that this was going to be a heavyweight fight because Florida's trying to get in the NCAA tournament too. So I told them before the game, don't just take this as another road test. Take this as we're trying to go somewhere. Like, you got to be blunt, because I never want a game to end and then have regrets. It's my job to let you know, you told me you came here for these moments, so let me tell you what the stage is at and where we're at. And if you want to play in March, you got to win these games. And I got a mature group. And again, that's why they came to Mississippi State, because they want this. So it's good conversations. We're in a good spot, and I like where we're going.
Got time for maybe one or two more.
Is that, I was going to follow up on that. Is that one of those things where, you have all these veterans that have played a lot of basketball and kind of understand it? Do you attack it differently with them, or is that how you want to talk to your players every year?
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. You set me up with a hard question there, Robbie. I'm a first-year coach. You're asking me if I'm going to do it every year. Let me get through this first year first. And next year I'll answer that one. But right now, like I said, man, with the portal and everything, college athletics has changed. There's no more 3-year, 4-year processes. If you go about it right, which again, I'm fortunate to have one of the best staffs in the country who are elite recruiters, and they're great in skill development. We can get kids better. We can change the culture, and I think we're doing that in year one.